This is the Dollemore Daily, and I'm Jesse Dollemore. Stick around to the end of this video for a word from today's sponsor, Private Internet Access. I talk a lot. Too much. I would rather not talk about Marjorie Taylor Greene as often as I do, but she has somehow finagled herself into a situation where she is a powerful person in the House of Representatives. As insane as that is to say, Marjorie Taylor Greene is an important person, certainly influential, certainly powerful, certainly stupid, certainly bereft of understanding of her role in Congress. She was on with Charlie Kirk the other day, yesterday, I believe, and she's talking about declaring war. She is going to make a formal declaration of war in her position as a congresswoman representing Georgia. Not against a country, not against an organized state, but against the Mexican cartels. Now look, the right wing loves to throw around this type of warmongering language, aggressive. We've got Ron DeSantis right now saying we're gonna lay waste to people, cartel members or whatever, extra constitutionally, extrajudicially. We're just gonna murder them. And this is red meat for the base. The Republicans love this kind of talk. They love this tough guy, John Wayne nonsense. And Marjorie Taylor Greene is obviously not immune to this. But I'll play the clip. I'll tell you what, we'll play the clip, and then I want to talk about what exactly would this look like? You see, that's the side of this that Republicans miss out on, is how do you actually put into practice the policy and the declaration of war that you plan for the country? How does it work? What does it look like? First, watch dumb Marjorie Taylor Greene declaring war.
Washington, D.C., we have President Zelensky came to the Capitol today, of course, talking to leaders with Washington, wanting billions and billions more dollars, Americans' hard-earned tax dollars, to go to a war in Ukraine, defending Ukraine's border, while at the same time, Washington, D.C. is completely ignoring the invasion happening at our border. There has been over 10,000 people invade Eagle Pass in the last 24 hours. This is unprecedented. Our country is under attack. And who is leading the attack, Charlie, is the Mexican cartels. And so I'm announcing on your show that I would like to get Washington to realize who our real enemy is to the American people, who's responsible for 300 Americans dying every single day from fentanyl, who's responsible for a multi-billion-dollar human trafficking and drug trafficking industry that directly affects the United States of America. And that is the Mexican cartels, not the Mexican government, not the Mexican people. So I am currently drafting a declaration of war against the Mexican cartels. And I'd like to challenge anyone in Washington that beats the drums of war and beats their chest about fighting Russia to wake up and realize the oath of office they took is to the United States and the American people and to defend our borders. And if they want to talk big like that, then they should defend our country. And that is what the Defense Department is all about, is defending America, defending Americans in our states, and they are failing on the job poorly, very, very poorly.
If they're failing on the job poorly, doesn't that mean they're doing well? If you do a bad job of failing, Marjorie Taylor Greene, doesn't that mean you're doing good? A lot there, a lot of buzzwords, a lot of red meat. But I can tell you, first and foremost, what strikes me is this woman using the American flag as a prop behind her, as though that signals her patriotism, her fake patriotism, that it signals who she is and what her values are. This is a woman who supports insurrectionists against the country. This is a woman who supported that very insurrection, yet she wants to proclaim herself to be all about America. These are buzzwords. Invasion. 10,000 people have invaded. These are people, many of them refugees, seeking refuge in America. It is not an invasion. We are not under attack, as she said. And leading the attack is the cartel. Look, is there a conversation to be had about fentanyl, about the opioid crisis in America, and the scores, the hundreds of thousands of people who have died because of it? Yes, absolutely. But while Republicans really don't have much to say about holding the Sackler family and Purdue Pharmaceuticals accountable and allowing this insane, just batshit bankruptcy to go through the way that the court initially wanted it. They're quiet about that, but then they make a bunch of noise about the cartel. Does the cartel need to be dealt with? Yes, absolutely. But what exactly, getting to the point earlier, how would that look? How does declaring war on the cartel happen? How does a war get executed upon a private organization, a criminal organization, organized crime organization? How does that look? We would have to put boots on the ground, or at least air capability, onto Mexican territory. You think they're going to go along with that? How does that look, Marjorie Taylor Greene? You see, it's with the details, that's where the rub is. They don't think about that. They just want to make these broad, sweeping proclamations that are going to fire up the base. Oh, yes, a declaration of war. And if you have something so important to announce, why would you go on Charlie Kirk's show, Marjorie Taylor Greene? That's not where you do it. You make an announcement on the House floor to try to rally support. You see, this is what it's about. This is about the MAGA base. This has nothing to do with reality and what actually is going to be accomplished through policy, even if it is a declaration of war. This is a woman who has zero understanding of our military, zero understanding of our history, hell, zero understanding of our present day situation. Her entire objective is to fire up the MAGA base leading into a general election year where she hopes, beyond hope, that she will be Donald Trump's vice presidential pick. That's what we're looking at here. And she's going on Charlie Kirk, the twitchy Zeppelin-headed freak show, to make the announcement, to really reach all the eyeballs that she needs to reach. What do you think? I would love to know. You can call, leave me a brief voicemail, 714-576-4054. Of course, you can email me, as always, every day, all the time, daily at dollemore.com. I'd love to hear from you. You can follow me on social media. That is where I am on social media, at Dollemore. Real creative I am. It's just at my last name. Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, TikTok, Threads, all of them, at Dollemore. I'd love to see you there. And if you appreciate what I do, you want to help support and produce the work we do here, please consider it. You can click the join button below, become a channel member on YouTube. You can hit the super thanks button on YouTube. You can go over to patreon.com/IDoubtIt podcast. All those are great ways to help support and produce what we're doing here. I think our mission and our objectives here are noble and decent and good and important, and you can take part in that. I will see you next time. Be genuine. Take care of one another, and stick around for a word from today's sponsor, Private Internet Access. It is easy for your internet surfing to feel like a joyride. With a click or two, you can watch the latest blockbuster, find info on the most obscure historical facts, or have groceries delivered right to your front door. Easy, however, doesn't mean safe. To protect yourself, your data from breaches, trackers, and malicious websites, you need a VPN. I use Private Internet Access, the world's most transparent VPN with over 10 years of experience and more than 30 million downloads. Head to piavpn.com/Dollemore right now to get 83% off of Private Internet Access plus 4 extra months for free. Your single subscription protects unlimited devices on all the platforms you use, Windows, Mac, Android, etc. But hold on, what the heck is a VPN? A virtual private network allows you to create a secure connection between your online devices and the World Wide Web. You wouldn't ride a motorcycle without wearing a helmet, right? Well, I hope you wouldn't. A VPN acts as your helmet while you're online. It shields your digital data. By masking your IP address and encrypting your internet connection, private internet access ensures your data is safe from security violations, defending you from attacks like the recent one with T-Mobile data and that breach which exposed customer data and PIN numbers. Yikes. Private internet access also safeguards you from the geo-blocking that limits your access to sites in other countries. This means, for example, you can access streaming libraries around the world, each of which has different content. Do you know the country with the largest Netflix library in the world is Slovakia? I know where my fall movie browsing will be. It'll be there. Private internet access is the best choice for unlimited and safe browsing. So go now to piavpn.com/Dollemore to score 83% off of private internet access plus 4 extra months for free. The information superhighway is a dangerous road, so you need protection. Let private internet access be your helmet.